Mantis here with another VOD review. Let's get right into it. Here we have a Platinum 1 NA player. He's having a bit of trouble. 13 wins, 26 losses, 40 games. So we're doing something fundamentally wrong. We don't know what it is yet, but we're going to find out. So this is what we're going to expect out of this coaching review. And hopefully we can find out what this player is doing. And hopefully we can correct it. First and foremost, I think your champion pool is a little bit too wide. You need to make a champion pool a little bit more narrow. I think around here, this is when you started playing more Graves again. But we gotta stay with just Graves, Kane. These two are good enough, and then pick something else when it's those two are banned, right? You're kind of doing it, but like we know get off the Heckrums, the Nidalees, get off the Barars. Stay around the Viegos. Stay with the Viego. That's how I feel about your. So with your OPGG, with your profile here, it's like we were pretty big loose spree. So when I have a loose spree with my main champion, always, we can just do this, right? Sort by Graves, 6 and 14, right? Okay, so we're doing something 100% fundamentally wrong. In this string of games, we gotta find out. That's like, are we playing tilted? If we're playing tilted, tilt is we don't have control of our emotions. So we gotta look inside ourselves to find out how we can fix that. It's not an easy fix. Ruins and masteries, but what I personally like doing is going here and then looking at some of the best ones, right? So this guy's a master tier, this guy's master tier. Any grandmaster, GM, another GM, and then another GM, and see what these guys are doing and try to emulate and imitate, right? So you can also go to a different region. The Grandmaster here, 400 games. I mean, this is good enough, right? For now. So look what these guys are doing, and perhaps even try to get a VOD of what how these guys play, right? And then look at their builds as well, right? Are we building this? Are we building the same? If it's the correct answer, it's like, okay, we're doing the right runes, we're doing the right items, but we're not winning. So we gotta look inside the game, see what we're doing wrong, right? I'm pretty sure you're on top with the builds. Another thing you can do is you can you can look at what time their first back is, right? That's another cool little thing that you could do. 2 minutes, and then sometimes after a few, see like a consistent 4 minutes. You see a consistent time on their first back, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, right? But just something to look at. Guys, Echo main. This guy's got the juice on Echo, no doubt. To be honest, you could even spectate one of this guy's games, and you can through OPGG, right? You might get some good juice, right? Information. Yeah, enough of that. Let's go straight into one of your games. I think it's gonna be a Kane game. Look at it in the profile. See if we might not be able to find it because it was a few days ago, and I think you play a lot. You can still try. No, no, no. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you play a lot, so I don't think we'll see it. But what I like to do when I'm on a losing spree is to go in my graphs. I mean, the overview and see my first death, right? So I die at 4 minutes. Then Ekram takes Drake, and then I die again, right? at 8 minutes, right? So it's like, okay, let's get into it real quickly and go to those spots and see what's up, right? And then we're gonna look at your review here as well in a sec. Now, going Dark Harvest on Graves, I believe is not the move. Find out soon. So definitely sort by self, right? Now, with this composition, hold on, let me get the ink up here. Yeah, I opened it. 1 second, sorry. It's bugged out. Sorry about that. So yeah, I would always invade. I would always invade with this composition. No matter what, I'd be pinging invade down through here. Take the path up here, and then go straight for the invade. It's the proper move here. Please comment on the video as well. Thank you very much. There we go. I can restart that up now. Perfect. So yeah, the ping should be starting right away, so everybody knows. If someone ignores, it doesn't matter. And honestly, I just love going through this. This path is just so goated, right? You go through here, you go up there, and you can surprise in the tri-bush, right? It's just so super goated path. You'll be taking it almost every single time when you're spawning on red side and solo queue. Then down here, these guys are sleeping. They actually won't see you if you loop properly, right? So it's pretty goated path. I'd be leading the charge for sure, right? Just pinging, invade. So that's Brown pinged it. It should be you. And then this guy's AFK, so it's like, okay, we have to be very cautious. And then look at the comp. Okay, this guy's Ghost. This guy sucks level 1. They all suck balls level 1, so we're invading no matter what. But we just gotta take a good path that we don't get scouted on, right? And I think that the goaded path is always better. Be in here right now. A good start. Okay, well, what you're doing is like a little bit risky because if someone's standing in here, you're in trouble. If they're standing in here, it takes a while for your team to assist you, and you can take a little bit of free damage and gets strange, right? So this might as well. It's better to use your ward here, right? Ward right here. So we just move it back like a few seconds here. We ward the bush, and then we camp this area right here. By camping this area, if the enemy happens to walk towards us, we just kill him, right? We got that advantage, right? But by walking like this, we give the enemy opportunity to see us in multiple spots. And when they do see us, they're just gonna ping and walk back, right? So we lose the surprise attack that we had when we just ward right here and just camp this area right here, right? As you can see, like not everyone knows the plan, right? We're just kind of like roaming around. We just gotta make it a unified approach. That's kind of how it is. Gotta be looking at every lane. Okay, well, obviously, this is the suspect by Vladimir. You probably could have just walked up here and started just hitting him for a gank, and then When you cross map the red, Hecarim can't contest the top side because he's playing Hecarim, right? And then if Hecarim does go into your blue buff, you can also match him. For example, like you walk up, do red, and then go here. You'll probably catch him. But this the path is good too. It's just when you have to be cautious when these guys are playing suspect like this, it's a gank opportunity, right? And we have to be, sometimes the opportunity is there, sometimes the opportunity is not there, but we have to be realistic about it. And like this looks like an opportunity that probably could have made happen. Just the way this guy's playing, especially if you ping on my way and this guy starts baiting a little bit. This guy starts baiting a little bit. This is just cash money, right? So yeah, just think about that. Like you need to find all these opportunities as a jungler, especially in low elo, because they all fall victim to these plays. And then here, predict. Okay, the wave is stacking. The next wave is coming. 6 more minions. There's gonna be a big fat wave here. And are we gonna freeze or are we gonna let it crash? Most likely, we're gonna let it crash. Therefore, when my gank comes, I have to be cautious about the wave damage and the wave location too, right? So let's see how it goes. Kind of frozen to be honest. I feel like Sona's not doing her job, but yeah, she needs to be doing with that way more though. So yeah, it sucks that she's inting, but there's a world where you actually gank that lane before she ints. Why doesn't this gank work, right? Look at the wave. The wave is just destroying you guys, right? So there's two reasons why this gank doesn't work. The first reason that you didn't have the foresight or the yeah, you didn't have the foresight to know the Hecarim's right here. Because all Hecarims, he's gonna start full clear and then go down south, right? So he's gonna be here for this counter gank if it's an extended fight because he has nowhere else to go, right? And we do see him on this ward, so we know that he's here, right? So charging in like this on the cannon wave, we like remember we need to be cautious of this wave because this wave hurts, right? And like Samara kind of wants level 3 and she's kind of chunked too, right? So putting a 3v3 here, we need Samara to do work, right? But as soon as she tries to approach, she gets chunked, right? Now she's at 200 HP, she can't do much, right? 275. So yeah, this gank is just too forced, right? You're not taking account into the lane, you're just kind of ignoring the lane here. And you can't like in lower ELOs, you can just approach just like a bull and just go, right? Say fuck it, I'm gonna go. I'm good enough, I can outplay, right? But now it's like we need to put more logic into our ganks. And when we do put more logic to the ganks, again the game becomes easy again, right? Yeah, it's this guy just fucking eat in and died instantly, right? And then the dragon spot, right? So this is usually a big mistake by low ELO junglers, where they start Drake without making a pick, and then they force their laners to go assist them, and then everybody knows they're on Drake. And then at higher ELOs, players are tracking the jungler, and if the jungler is missing for X amount of time, it's like, oh, okay, he's on Drake, right? Or it's like, okay, they know where his camps are, what's up, what's not up. And it's like, oh, okay, he definitely is on Drake. Especially these lower elo players, they do this all the time, and it's just the time. It's a good time to punish, but you have to punish it the right way, right? We can't just be dashing in 3v1 or it's like 2v3, especially when the Drake's already gone, right? So we're just fighting for kills here, but we're already behind, right? This is just too forced, right? This is I don't know. This is what are you doing? You got- I don't know. It's like you're trolling a little bit, right? Yeah, here's fine. It's like okay, we see the Drake, but you should be like you should have like the mind of like okay, there's a opportunity for him to be on the Drake, right? So maybe I should think about checking, right? And if you do check earlier, you punish him, right? Because he goes for the crab, and then the first thing he thinks is, "Oh, I'm gonna go for the Drake." Yeah, 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 right? So it's like, "Oh, okay, we could punish this, right?" But instead, we elect just to do wolves, right? Maybe buy a pink and then ward this, and especially when their bot lane just leaves, so Sona just leaves, right? Like, oh, okay, she's warding, and it's like you got, dude, there's hints, right? There's always hints to the jungle, right? And then here he's like, the objective's gone. Don't even fight here unless we know we can get the kill 100%. And it's nah, kind of like, I'm not sure if we can get the kill. Maybe, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna go and check. Well, I died. Oh well, GG, game over, right? So it's like okay, next game. That first gank by you was not that good. And this one, overview. Usually it's all the mistakes in the early game, right? Died to Hecarim at 5 minutes, and then Hecarim just base goes hard this game. When you die early in the jungle, it's like such a sin to die early in the jungle. Especially like, even if you get a kill, if you die to the wrong champion, the game's so much more tough. Especially when you get higher and higher, it's just so apparent. Yeah, you have Twitch support. It's like okay, think about dodging this game. Oh wait, yeah, definitely. You gotta find the dodges, man. Maybe Twitch, maybe this Twitch support, maybe he mains it, but it's like, this guy's autofill. Like, it's like not like most of the time it's gonna be like this. Some guy who's autofilled, you know, doesn't really Smurf account. He's like, I have too much ego to play support, so I'm gonna just play a carry, right? And just play really bad. So watch out for those players. I know you can't see them in draft, but like when you see Twitch support, maybe ask him, hey, like, is this your main? Coming out of base, you can't be AFK 15 seconds when the game starts. You gotta leave, right? You kind of left like a second early, but minor. Covering. What the fuck? So Hecarim probably starts bot side, and then full clears top side, and then ganks top when he's level 4. I think he has a faster clear than you. If you're playing Graves, it's fine. You want a full clear too? Okay. You also consider invading Hecarim, but I don't think that's as good as full clearing solo queue. Gonna be calm is the easy kill here. Nice. We know that Hecarim is coming, right? We saw him, right? So in game, when you're walking down here, look at Hecarim. Okay, we see him, we see him. Especially when you're clearing this, right? Okay, see how much he's at? He's like, okay, he has more HP than me. Probably has smite. So we're probably gonna contest this. Right? And then it's like, okay, Jace used TP, but, Jax didn't use TP. So it's gonna be a 2v1 if I stay too long, right? And then we kite up to Jace, right? We waste our flash, right? So maybe consider how to play this spot more efficiently, right? Be more aware of your surroundings. Because when Twitch is roaming mid here, this is actually a perfect spot to challenge the Hecarim here, right? And you have to ping it, right? Ping your intentions, ping what you're doing, let your team know. Let these guys know what you're doing, right? And then you have to understand that Twitch is here, so if I kite towards mid lane, a much safer route, even though it's towards the Hecarim, who has more HP than me, I probably get bailed out by my team here, right? And then of course this guy has no mana, no HP, so this fight becomes way better if I just kite down, right? And then we start by hitting the crab towards Jace, which makes sense because Hecarim's here. So we gotta isolate the crab and clear it, right? So this is good. This is all good. This is fine, right? And then we see him, we smite, we take, right? Now it's a matter of being able to be aware that there's a skirmish. It's like hard to be aware, right? It's like you have to train yourself. It's a skill. It's not something you can just do, right? And then we probably make a different story happens if we kite down, right? Kite the wrong way. Oh, we still die? See, like it's just like, is this crab even worth going for, right? If we're gonna be dying at this stage so early into the game against Hecarim, who just full cleared, right? You really have to evaluate things right on the spot and adjust, right? This is what makes a diamond player versus a emerald player, the jungle. Just end like just FF, man. Go next, yo. How do we troll that? But it's because we're not that aware, right? We're just literally not that aware. Okay, at this point, this game is probably doomed. People flaming each other. You should probably never give up, but we also probably should try to find a time to pink this Drake, because Hecarim's gonna probably try to do it soon, and maybe we can punish him when he's on it. Probably not. I don't know. It seems like bot lane just got killed here. So going back top lane here, I don't agree with it at all, because like the objective that Hecarim's gonna go for is Drake, right? And then his crab as well. That crab as well is something that he's gonna go for. Yeah, we just give it up. I'm not too sure. I don't think I agree with this give up on this Drake, to be honest. I think you could have warded it. I think you could have like warded it or asked your team to ward it, or just be more aware that Hecarim's gonna be taking it soon. Coming out of base is just should be something on your mind, right? Okay, Hecarim's probably gonna do Drake soon, right? Especially with Twitch dying. I don't know. It's just something to think about, right? We can punish these guys on these Drakes, right? When they do these Drakes, we can hard punish these guys sometimes, right? I know you wanted to take his camp, right? But how far are you from 6? Not that far. Maybe if you get this crab, you get 6, right? Like I want to show you what he does. It's like he's like, oh, crab's here. I'm gonna just do the Drake, right? It's just like this is how these players think, right? They don't think beyond that, right? It's like it's like what's in front of me now? What can I do, right? It's like, okay, maybe in this case, I don't know. Everyone's charging towards it. It's like if we knew earlier, I feel like there would have been a much more better response to contest this Drake. But we're not thinking as a jungler to ward it or think that or even consider contesting it, right? And I think that's probably the move, right? We're a little bit behind, but like we're all charging here to contest it. It's like why don't we just do that earlier, right? While it's an objective we can take. And it's like, man, the last time we took Drake, you just fought after. It's the same thing. They took the objective, and now we're just gonna fight. And you can't do this, right? We just have to swallow your pride, swallow your ego, and leave. But when we miss the timing on the objective because we're not paying attention well enough, we have to leave, right? And this is just all pure luck that your team is bailing you out here, right? The fact that you died is all the thing. everything you need to focus on, right? It's like, why am I dying in those spots almost every time, right? Very hard game. Now, Hecarim, he's like, okay, they didn't contest me on Drake, so I'm gonna just start the Rift. Okay, now you're punishing him, right? This is how easy it is to punish these players, right? You just show up and they just fucking right. They get pissed. They flame their teammates. Oh no, mid div, mid gap. They're like no prio. They do that, right? But now you're gonna start it, and now you're gonna get punished, right? Is that what happens? It's so greedy with Jack's dead, right? Just super greedy play by you, and you probably do this more often than not, right? And this is you just get punished like this at higher ELOs because sometimes the support even roams. Okay, the support roamed late this time, right? But a higher ELO, the support's gonna roam way better, and the top laner's not gonna fucking tunnel here. Instead, he's gonna come down and punish you guys, right? It's just a play style that doesn't work at higher ELO. This type of style of play. Why are you losing games? I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like just quickly, like there's a bunch of you lost a bunch, right? So go on to the next one, just bang them out. Yeah, I reported a player, yo. We used to get banned every season, and I realized, oh, okay, you just can't type. You can int, but you can't type. Okay, Yasuo. All Yasuos at low elo. I'm gonna hate to break it to you, man. I snap dodge Yasuos. They're so bad every time. Look at this guy, yo. 53% win rate, 150 games. He dies on average 6 times. 6 times per game. His play style is inting. It's in his blood. And honestly, like he probably had more deaths than kills for a long time. Look at these, man. It's 5-6. He won the game. 1-5, 3-8, 6. This is a Yasuo player. This is a average Yasuo player. Actually, average Yasuo player has negative win rate and even worse KDA. So yeah, you gotta find your dodges. Definitely gotta find your dodges. And then go into the other game, right? Like yeah, Yasuo's you can carry them, but they're all so dog shit all the time. Ekron gets a double kill, and then you die. This is when where Yorick. Yorick always sucks a dick too, man. You've been getting trolled. You've been getting like 50% of the time Yorick's on the other team, 50% of the time Yasuo's on the other team, but like you've been getting trolled a little bit to be honest. Fucking you got a Yas again, man. Holy shit, man. Yeah, man, he's an ADC autofill the first time he Yasuo, man. Fucking sick, man. It's actually sick. They're all the same. Let's get into this game. You've been getting a little bit bad luck, but I think you need to have a little bit more consistent play. I help you. Gotta adjust a little bit with your way you play game. So Rengar, Miles. Okay, so if this bot lane is playing too aggressively, it's a free gank almost every time. And then mid lane, uh, depends on how good Syndra is. If Syndra can land her Q, this Miles is in big trouble. And then this, I would say like you gotta watch for a Rengar invade. He might try to kill you on your first clear, and it might might have to think about itemization against this champion. It's just a hard champion to play against. And then Cho versus Aatrox. I'm not sure about this matchup, but I think it's Aatrox favored. And I think we can get some ganks off in this lane if Cho's overstepping his grounds. But I think definitely bot lane is pretty free. Okay, so far I like what I see. Aatrox is fighting Cho. I'd probably just like take a glance at top lanes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The ward there. I just keep looking. They're fighting again. I just keep looking top right now. Just try to figure out how am I gonna gank this lane and what spells does Cho have, etc. etc. They're just hard fighting, man. Yeah, like you need to look a little bit more, man. Definitely. So focused on your own camera right now. Look, bot lane's fighting too. You take looks, man. Now you have to ask for sums, right? Ask Jin for sums. Look top. Yeah, your jungle plays a little off right now. I can tell right away. Like, bro, you need to look. Okay, we see Rengar. What buffs does he have? What buffs does he have? Bro, you barely looked at him, man. But he had only red buffs, so his blue's up. So we go to his blue. Okay, good, good, good. Look top, look top. Bro, you need to look, man. You really need to start looking. Okay, look at that big wave. Wait a minute, look again. What are you doing? Do the blue buff. Okay, I think you should just steal the blue buff. Okay, when Miles goes Mia like this, you have to be very, very careful. That look at Miles' movement here. He moved towards this side like that, right? Like he moved with intention. And then secondly, just think about the dive, man. Just look at the lane, man, with your own eyes. A little bit longer, and just analyze, can we dive this? Is this diveable, right? Because that wave was huge, right? But after you do this cramp, you're gonna look now, and the wave's gonna be thinned out, and the opportunity is gone now, right? This is the things you have to think about, right? Okay, there he is. We just dip because Miles is here. Yeah, execution was pretty poor here. Obviously, should have just went on Miles, right? It's good that you popped your potion though, right? Very obviously should have just went on Miles. Break his shield, allows Syndra to stun over the wall. But yeah, situations like this, it's like these are like spots that are super like heat of the moment, right? It's hard to think of all the variables. But it's like you have to get used to these things and just understand how to play them better, right? Just keep watching it, maybe slow it down, watch it in client as well. Um, so far it's like Rengar played Rengar played really weird where like he went straight from bottom and then he ran directly to his blue side, right? So it's like you took advantage of his mistake, and that's a very good job by you. Applaud you for that. Like that's how you climb, right? That was a good job. So that wave is gonna crash soon, right? And when that if the enemy bot lane tries to freeze, then the jungler can gank. You're pinging the gank is potential, right? But you need to look at the lane and see if uh we can push it in to crash it, right? And then boom, Rengar's there, and so now you need to straight up go. You took too long, right? As soon as Rengar shows, you need to immediately just go. Right? You're just taking a sweet ass time. Like fuck this buff and just go, right? You don't have time to waste, right? Like this is a low elo jungler mistake. Like you'll once I stopped doing this, I was able to climb even higher. I'll tell you that right now. Where it's like, okay, after I finish this camp, then I'll go. And then opportunity is gone, and or your team is flaming you because you're blind, right? I was like, no, I wasn't blind. I was gonna come after, right? And like a better player, a better Rengar player kills Zoe here. Better player kills Zoe. So when you climb higher and higher, you don't come out ahead here out of sheer like this guy was just so shitty that fucking inted, right? The Rengar, right? So it's like it's not you making a play, it's the other player being really, really bad at the game. Watching this fight here. He played it pretty well. Yeah. Okay, so after Rengar dies, it's like, okay, there is an opportunity for this guy. You can sweep this. You can sweep this as you're walking up. As you're walking up and away, there's a ward right there, but probably okay, definitely need to sweep that other ward just to pick up the extra gold. But as you're walking away, this is a nice spot to sweep, just in case that they did have a ward here. Or if you already knew, it's fine. But as you're walking away, I don't think it's a bad idea. And I would immediately think that okay, Rengar is probably gonna think about doing Drake soon. So I'm gonna ask my team to either ward it or I'm gonna have it warded. But this is something that we can punish him on, right? If he tries to do this Drake. And you have to look at your bot lane and be like, okay, yo, you guys are way too aggressively, right? And then on spawn, Rengar just sprints to his golems, right? So now we know that his golems are probably gone. What's his next play after this, right? Probably Drake, right? He's gonna do Drake, right? Going straight to Drake. He's what level is he? 4? He's level 4, and I'm pretty sure he's going straight to Drake, right? So this is an opportunity to punish him, right? Oh, he's not on it, so lucky lucky for him, he's not making a big mistake, right? But it's good that Zoe checked. That's all you really need to do, right? Like you don't need to even be there. You just need someone to ward it or check it, right? And be aware that the situation might happen. And when it does happen, be prepared to punish. So it's good Zoe it's a good job by Zoe checking, and that's all you needs to be done, right? And now that you show top, he's definitely gonna go Drake. I think you showing top here is a little bit of a mistake. It's this gank never works because Cho's too high HP. And when you do show like this, the other jungler is given a green flag to make a play on your bot side. You need to be very cautious about these ganks, right? Especially when you start climbing a little bit higher, because you're gonna get hard punished. Even though you're like, haha, I gained some orbs, but like what you lose for it could be drastic, right? Like the other player could have stealing a blue buff in a quicker fashion as soon as you show top, right? And like, what is Miles doing? We see Rengar. So yeah, ping it, ping it, ping it. And you kind of ate shit before teammates arrived, right? So this is a matter of looking with your eyes, right? So you look bottom, but you kind of look for no reason. You just kind of look bottom, right? What you want to be looking at is you want to be looking at the champions and how far they are from you, right? Because like when you look on the minimap and assume that they're closer, you're gonna act as if they're closer, right? But then the reality is they're not that close. Only reason you get chunked here uncontested is because you engage before your allies are there, right? So Syndra is on the other side right here, and Zoe is all the way at the bottom right here, and Jin casted his ultimate. So he's not gonna be here anytime soon. So it's like if you waited 2 to 3 more seconds, a little bit more patient, maybe not even cast. Probably didn't even need to cast your E. Like you panicked and casted your E, right? You could have held that for sure. You could have held that. Just sweep. Like just be more like calm, right? Just trinket, hit the red trinket, walk in the bush, and then if it gets low enough, walk out, smite, and then walk back in. And then when your teammates are here, E over the wall and then go in, right? You acted as if they're too close, right? And this is why this play doesn't work. This is a great play to punish the enemy and make them fail for their mistakes, right? But here it's like it's no good because it's too early, right? Can't even cast our ultimate now because we're too low HP. Rengar and then Rengar kills Zoe, right? So it's like this is because we make a misplay and go in too early. Our allies are dying now, right? It's just a snowball effect kind of. But it's like if we don't make that mistake, we will come out ahead, right? 100%. Enemy team has defeated the Rift Herald. So in a spot like this, um, they're they're probably on Drake now since they made a pick, right? And just probably just go assist the Aatrox. You don't need to play for everything. Like Drake for Rift is fine, but then when Cho steals it, I think if Cho steals it and then you guys lose Drake as well, it's like fuck, man, not good at all. Wait, they didn't do Drake? Enemies are so bad, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. These enemies are so trash, yo. It's just the ELO, right? Job. Yeah, that Aatrox is man. He's something special. Sucks how once you get there, he TPs, right? So it's like all that movement was kind of wasted, but I feel like you needed to be there. So I'm not gonna comment on that too much. Yeah, here's just like the mechanics on the champ, right? You queue into the wall. Don't the queue animation's quicker. You queued over, but maybe you didn't mean to do that. Being consistent, right? Yeah, you got it. You got it. Go bottom. Yes, that's still a free gank, right? So whenever we show up there, it's gonna be free. Lux no flash, so this is really good now. And I guess, yeah, bot did die. Okay, you need to not stop moving here. This is oh you're taking your farm. Okay, this is great, yo. Probably should have just said it's Syndra. I have farm. Fuck it. Farm is more important. Okay, I just have to be super cautious here. It's just like a spot where we can just win the game, right? So how do we play this out, right? We just got farm. Bot is a free kill, but bot's missing. I don't know where Rengar is. And mid is pushed up a little bit, but after he shove this away, he's gonna probably back up here, right? So any play is good right now, but we wanna probably I probably try to look for the gank bottom to be honest. If this is free mid to take it, but if bot lane dies again, we're in trouble town. We're in a really bad spot if bot lane dies again. Okay, so Rengar went mid. So now you need to ping these guys bottom back because Rengar's gonna go bottom right now. He's gonna be there in the next like 5 to 6 seconds. So this should have been pinged a while ago, but fortunately for you, Rengar doesn't get any kills off of it. Again, this is still a big spot that we can swing the game, right? Do not ever start this Drake. Okay. This is just a mistake, right? This is how you throw games. Because they probably have this warded, and all four of them are gonna react to this, right? And then if we can't win, or if we get caught out and die, it all of a sudden doesn't become worth, right? We're flipping the game on a Drake like this. So when we do die, like this is like we're losing so much here. We can't do this Drake. We can't start this Drake, right? And this is probably something you do all the time, right? Like Syndra's in base, bro. Think of you need to think way more about the entire situation on the map before you start a objective like Drake, especially in the early game or in a spot like this where it's like we could win the game right now if we do the right things. Syndra needs to be on the map. We need to make a pick first. Kill Mouse, kill bot lane, and then go for the Drake, right? We don't know where Rengar is. We need to have a pink ward down here. We are sweeping, but it's good that we're sweeping. Maybe have a ward up here. It's like we need to have more things done. Like definitely make a pick, right? This is so risky, right? And if we lose this Drake, we probably all die. Because that's probably just that's just what happens, right? If we lose the Drake, we all die. It's like we're just it's this is too much of a gamble. You're gambling here, right? You're just gambling with this play. Rengar contests the smite, you might even lose it, so you lose it and then you die, and then it's like what? It's like we're so far behind, right? Like Jin has to flash forward to kill Rengar, so that's why he dies here. And then Syndra's not there. Syndra doesn't cast one spell in this entire team fight because you started the Drake while she was at base. If that's not enough information for you to be like, I need to adjust how I do these Drakes, I don't know what to say, man. Because like right now the game is so tough now, right? Like we're such a fucking bad spot. Like we have to rely on someone on our team to carry now, right? Alongside with you, like you got to play perfectly too, but someone else needs to carry. Right, right now it might be Syndra, but invading, we're invading. We don't know where top is. We don't know where mid is, and Syndra's at base. You know, we're like it's kind of asking it. We're playing Kane though, so we're allowed to play in these crazy spots, but like bot is free, man. You know, bot is so free. Bot is the freest gank ever and has been free, right? So it's like we're kind of missing out on our like win objective, to be honest, a little bit. I can almost guarantee you this play is not a consistent play. What you're doing right now is just like, if it works, it works. I'm gonna chase them, right? Like Aatrox isn't base, and Aatrox isn't base. Zoe's in base, and we're fighting in the enemy jungle after we stole all their camps, and somehow like out of a miracle from God, we got a kill. I don't know. That's like just luck, man. To be honest, that's good by you. The mechanics by you there, that's nice. But yeah, I think you can climb with Kayn, but you just gotta adjust. Why you're losing games, right? Gotta make the adjustment. Bot lane died again, right? They're just so far behind now, right? After that Drake. But it's like, I'm 3-1, I'm doing good, right? It's like, no, you're not doing that good at all because you made the play that allowed the enemy bot lane to do this to your bot lane. That's fine, whatever. Good that you looked. You think about holding this. Holding this turret, that is. Dragon is spawning soon, but I don't even know we should be playing for it. Gotta somehow make a pick and work together as a team. Miles is bottom. Ghostblade. I really don't know about the build, but if this is the build on Red Kayn, then that's the build on Red Kayn, right? Really don't know. Very, very curious about the build, to be honest. I really just check what Charisma is doing. That's just the goat on Kayn. We can't walk up, right? So we just have to give. Yeah, we're just playing poorly, right? Like the because we're so far behind, we have to give this Drake. We don't have any wards. We're not gonna get any wards. Like this is a problem with playing like against Rengar or Evelynn. It's like there's certain ways that we need to be playing. Like what all five of us need to be buying pinks, or we need to be using the buddy system to work together as a team to ward, right? And then when we are trying to approach an area such as this where it's fully warded and guarded by the enemies, we need to gather as four on one side and go together while we're warding and checking brushes and yeah, that sounds really hard to do in solo queue, right? Because it is, and that's why it's like playing from behind in solo queue. It's so hard, right? And like here, you gotta wait till Syndra deletes this ward before you go in, which is good, which you did. It's like Syndra just dies for free, right? And like Jhin pretty much dies for free as well, right? And it's because we're scattered around, right? We're not actually working together, right? And yeah, you have lots of kills and lots of assists, but you can't win games playing like this. You just can't. I mean, you can, but it's not gonna be consistent. You're gonna have a hard time, right? In the early stages of the game, you need to look at the lanes way more. I gotta tell you that about your play for sure, yo. Now it's just like a long, drawn out game, right? Where it's like we're just constantly fighting in the bushes, people getting caught out, solo, and then blah blah blah. We lose FFGG, right? So it's like okay. Hopefully, this advice helps. Honestly, please comment on the video if you can. No, good luck on the Rift, man. Really, really hope you start winning and let me know.